Yes, my people go say nothing wey Musa no go see for gate. This morning on this episode of the Talking Point Show, I want to send our heartfelt condolence to the people wey be say they affected for that explosion wey happen for around that first tax side. Having said that, the reason why I say nothing wey Musa no go see for gate, now say I hear say the Nigerian Football Federation don select a 9-man committee to look into the things wey lead to the death of Chinmene Martins, the player of Nasarawa United. Take note, the match happen for Nasarawa. NFF office dey for Abuja. Now they say the committee, their meeting na Benin, Edo State, na im dey go for make the meeting. And Edo State government na im go sponsor this whole investigation. So my question here is, wetin concern Edo State government and the death of a player playing in the Nigerian Professional Football League? Wetin concern setting up a committee to go and be meeting in Edo State? How? Okay, let's say for instance they really want to take forensic analysis into consideration. Not be say we get am, but just they won't play the devil's advocate. The crime scene dey for Nasarawa, the investigators dey for Edo. What's the closeness? What's the proximity? Abuja no dey closer to Nasarawa compared to Benin. Well, welcome to Nigeria. This is Nigeria, and so we do our things. Well, my name is Daffy Matthew Esiogene, and you'd like to call me the Elegante One of Sports. And for the Talking Point Show today, because say the fans, the verse come out today, they come out in their numbers and not get plenty news. We still dey on the corona lockdown across every sporting activities. Now schools are closing down, markets still dey open, but like the states of Missouri, for instance, they don't declare state of emergency, are going to shut down from Wednesday. Some other states in the US, Italy is already on a shutdown, Greece are going on a shutdown, England is about to go on a shutdown, Germany, nothing dey bother them, but again, one thing wey be say it shock me. Not be say because I get that now you got a big boss smoker, but just the reason this thing. You know, say Jamaica, they never announced one case of coronavirus. God get the way to protect poor people. But what you call shock me pass on this coronavirus matter be say, not be say they try to do joke. The thing not really they come Africa before, but as soon as they talk say World Health Organization go give countries we go expand the purse of $1 billion to countries wey be say they fight this coronavirus. All of a sudden, Kenya just announced they get one person. All of a sudden, it could be like say Nigeria could one announced to, Ghana could one announced to, some other countries for Africa could one announced to. Well, not really the matter like that, sha. My producer just started the laugh, for those he laugh like who get it touch. That reminds me, when I watched my producer show for my Instagram page, yes, since because I always talk about this, my producer, and I don't know who it be. Well, if I did for my Instagram page at Elegante1, or you can even also we'll put them up for at Elegante TV Radio. Go watch it because we say make una vote. He say he want to the front of the camera and not be back of the camera again. So we say make it do something, make we see. So we put them out there for now to vote. We go so put them for the YouTube channel, make una vote whether make it continue or make it stop. After all, and I'll be the customers. But right now, so we could take it like that. Yes, I talk about McDonald's. Yes, Chukwuemeka Okparosha. A guy, they fantastic, fine boy. You fine. I'm not finest boy of the house. I don't know, but finest producer definitely. Well, we could take her from the first person we say drop a contribution over the weekend. Kingsley Diale, a fantastic writer, man, will be say Sabi. Bro, spoke we hear from you.
Hello, Elegante TV. This is the voice of Diale Kingsley calling from Lagos. I think I want to talk about the EPL. I don't know why it's so much about the EPL. I think it's because of the situation of things. Liverpool, who hasn't been able to clinch the trophy over 3 decades now, they now have the chance, and it now looks as if there's going to be some certain drama affecting their game. So I think that's why everybody is talking about the EPL, because if it is rendered null and void, you want to pity a team like Liverpool. But is there any sentiment and emotions to these things? Because eventually it's about other teams, especially teams in the relegation zones. I think the teams in the relegation zones, they would do everything to frustrate the EPL restarts. Just when it's going to look as if the management are going to call, the league managers are going to call off the pause. I won't be surprised if those players in the relegated teams start to talk about being positive here and there. So I think there's that conspiracy. I don't know if we can talk about that conspiracy to restart the league all over again.
All right, dearly, thank you very much. This conspiracy gets a lot of ramification and implication and permutations involved around them. I'm not be honest. It go hard, may they just announce. See, I think it go be easier to declare the league null and void than to announce Liverpool as winner because this not the implication. And coming up midweek this week, they also discuss them for the sports lounge, so you go hear the take of other experts on the show. But this is my own take on the matter. Take Sheffield United as a very good example. Sheffield United again one game in hand against on Manchester United, and they're 1 point behind Manchester United. So let's say they declare the season ended at this point, and then they say, okay, Liverpool, you are the winner. What is the implication for Sheffield United? Because Sheffield United will tell you, see, if they win their game in hand, they're ahead of Manchester United. So now them will qualify for Champions League, and Man United no go qualify. That one is a problem first. Then let's go down to the teams that are on relegation zone. That one is another problem. Then let's go down to the teams between 10th, 11th position and 8th position. All those teams, so they still get a chance to qualify for the Champions League, like Arsenal and the rest. They will tell you, say, look, if we play the season to the end, we stand a chance of qualifying. So the implication too much. And then I've had so many ideas. This thing is nobody ever plan of this type of thing to happen. Nobody, the whole idea of if a league was ever going to stop, it could be like World War III, and then we're gonna start saying we're at war, and everybody will go on recess and all that. But this type of sickness, nobody see them coming. And then let's look at it from this angle. What if we get to 4th of April, the sickness never even go, it can't even get worse, okay? Which means we will still continue to the wait like this. So I think that for me, may they wait a mat. If they're not going to feel wait a mat, then may they declare the league null and void. No winner this season. Yeah, it go pay Liverpool, but it better make the hurt only Liverpool than to favor Liverpool and hurt a lot of people. So to declare the league null and void, even the championship null and void, the League One null and void. So no relegation, no promotion, everybody just stay where they did. Well, financially, the financial implication might be heavy, but at the end of the day, you got to understand, say, that would be a lot more balanced decision than the decision of, say, okay, let's award Liverpool the trophy. If I award Liverpool the trophy, who also you go award the trophy in the championship? Who you go award the trophy to in League One? Who you go award the trophy to in League Two? And then in La Liga, and then in the German Bundesliga, and then in the Italian Serie A, the implication cut across, not only EPL, 90 thing. So you go look at across board, because once the EPL take a decision now, it go become a precedence. Other people go say, okay, let's follow suit, because now one league shut down, now other people take follow suit. So then if that happens to you, now say, okay, let's throw lot for who go win the Champions League. Because if you're going to declare Liverpool winner, you also have to think, okay, who's going to be the winner of the Champions League? Who's going to be the winner of the Europa Cup? Who's going to the implication in many, the easiest way out where everybody go from Facebook, it did better now. Key your pikin, make the key my pikin, because key your pikin, no push shop am. Tomorrow make the key my pikin. Now I make King Solomon become wise man. More no do that kind of thing for this matter. So now the way I tell Sam Shaw, I might be wrong. This one, no, I know there's no such thing as neither have a wisdom, nice strong pass, but I just the way I tell Sam. Declare the league null and void. Liverpool are not champion because there is still a mathematical chance that they can lose the league. There is 6 points that they need to get to confirm themselves as league winners. They don't throw away opportunity to win league before 4 times. Who say they can't do it this time? And then their recent form not also support the argument, say, may they award and get them. So now the way I say, make I move to the next person.
Elegbete TV Radio. This is the voice of Peter from Festac. I second what Kingsley Etiale said concerning the relegated teams in EPL. I think they want to use this as an avenue to ensure the league doesn't start. And I believe EPL, the FA would really want to start the league because of what you said the last time. They are going to lose sponsorship and so many other things if the league doesn't kickstart. And the time frame, April 4th, might determine if the league is going to continue or not. So let's keep our fingers crossed and see how it goes. But personally, you come to think of it, it would be a good thing if the league ends like this. Because looking at it, yes, let's if the league ends like this, let them give the league title to Liverpool because they deserve it, 25 points clear. And I think nobody should be relegated. If better still, first, second, third from the championship, or probably first, second, third, fourth from the championship should come to the EPL to make it more challenging, and probably 24 teams. And if you are relegating teams the next season, 6 teams will be relegated. You understand? Probably from 19th, 20th team, then the 4 teams coming from what championship. I'm just thinking out loud. What do you think about it? Or maybe they'll segment the league like Group A and Group B, just the way we did in NPFL. So I just want this to be a talking point. Break it down. What do you think about it?
All right, Peter, your suggestion good, but I mean, in this case now, there's nobody will be say get expert opinion, so nobody opinion bad and nobody opinion they excellent. Opinion good, but the implication is strong. Well, this one pass Two-Face DBI implication. The implication of that be say the charter, the book, the bylaws where they set for the Premier League says na 20 team good day, and these 20 teams are shareholders automatically. Those other extra people you want bring in, so they not get slot, they not get provision for them in the law of the league. So it means that they not get stake for the league. Some people can decide we don't want to go play against these people. They are not supposed to be here. They are not shareholders. They are not stakeholders in the league. That will be a problem too. But we could keep our fingers crossed. The biggest focus now, may God let this corona disappear, as the people will write them before for books. So say it will come all of a sudden and it will disappear, and then it will take 10 years again. At least this time we will prepare wait for and say 10 years time. We'll not say okay, this corona will come back again. We'll prepare wait for them if we want to go by the accuracy of the way they take writer for those books. But for now, nobody really get the right answer to this football matter, but more just the hope and wish things can get better. Make I go to the next person. Timothy Dembo, Alpha.
Hello, Elegbete TV Radio. Yes, Timothy Dembo. Yes, I am calling from Futa. I have just 2 questions to ask. This player, Ifeanyi Onigbo, Elegbete one, I am sure you know this player very well. It's been a while I heard or saw him play. Please, do you know where he is currently? I asked the Ogala Media, Adepoju Tobi Samuel. The reply he gave me was very funny. He said he should be in his village now, but I really don't want to know where Ifeanyi Onigbo is. And secondly, I read a story on an online medium where I saw the headline that fans, some set of fans, maybe in France or anything, they voted Zinedine Zidane a better dribbler than JJ Okocha. To me, I don't see any meaning in it. I just see it as nonsense. But looking at it, what do you think of it, Elegbete one? Thank you.
Timothy Dembo. Okay, Ifeanyi Onigbo, I don't know where he did. These players, they're not really the day active on social media, so you cannot even pinpoint them. I don't try now to check. I don't see anything I go give you. During the course of the day, I go call a few people. I call Abu Aziz and a few other guys. Some of the people will be see they're supposed to know where they, and then I go ask them, Fisayo and the rest of them, and see if they know where they. But if somebody like Ogala Media not fit tell you where they, I doubt whether anybody go know where they, because if there's anybody who really they follow the league well, nah, Adepoju Tobi Samuel. And having said that, let's come to the Okocha and Zidane. Any day, anytime, I'll pick Zidane as a better dribbler than Okocha in the context of football as a team game. Okocha dribbling, what does it lead to? First off, can Zidane's career assist, I compare him to Okocha's career assist? Because if you're dribbling after the dribble as a go back, you are not even actually helping the team. You're not doing anything well. If you're dribbling after dribble to cause defeat to your team, you're not helping your team. So if you count the number of goals, more lift trophies and personal individual honors now, more talk about dribblings. If you count the number of assists and goals that Zidane dribbling lead to, in terms of the one when he score by himself and the ones when he create for other people, Okocha they learn for that matter. So now those small things you go put into consideration when you they judge these two. So if you see that online poll, I'll tell you any day, anytime that Zidane, they're never supposed to put the two for the vote, because the poll supposed to give Zidane the ultimate position like that. I think he win them like over and over and over again. As in he beat Okocha 1 billion times over. If not dribbling, there are things that Zidane did in the middle of the park in terms of dribbling opposition. You need to go watch the highlight. Yes, I know they go show you what Okocha do with Oliver Kahn. They go show you what he do against Denmark. But then, for me, I'll pick Zidane ahead of Okocha any day, anytime.
My name is Abdullah Hamzat. They call you from Osonsa, Ijebu-Ode in Ogun State. My question this morning be say, wetin dey always happen wey be say ex-players, if you hear this one bankrupt, to the other one bankruptcy, upon all the money wey dem amass when they are paying this, wetin dey always happen wey be say dem dey go bankrupt? Abeg, let me take your gbejeru eye, let me analyze the issue. That's number one. Number two, has any Nigerian ex-players go bankruptcy? Has any Nigerian player go bankruptcy? Nigerian ex-player go bankruptcy? Thank you very much. Good morning.
Abdullah Hamzat, let me put it this way, that footballers, not the new thing anyway, and let me answer your second question first. Are there any Nigerian footballers that have gone bankrupt? There plenty where. There plenty where. Some self we be say they make big money. Some day Europe they drive taxi now. Some day they live under women, and women they survive them. Some day for Nigeria here we be say they just hide, they manage to survive. That's one big part of it. Now, why did they go bankrupt? It's not just a Nigerian thing, it's a global thing everywhere. I mean, poor people, children, and they play football. Now, one of the things about poverty is poor people are the most wasteful people in the world. When a poor man make money, he always live a life because he want to show off, he want to prove a point, he want to buy all of those things where no fit buy, where papa no fit buy, grandparents no fit buy. That is the life of a poor man. Man even bring that to the barest minimum, the simple one way you go know. Look around you and all of us, look around us. Poor person want to make your sister or your brother, now they live in poverty, want to cook rice. For herself, unless she want eat rice, so she'll cook the rice like saying that 10 people want eat. When you ask her, say, why the rice plenty like they go say, in case somebody come and the person won't eat. What if person not come, and what if the person will come and the person don't want to eat rice? That's the wastefulness with poor people. So when they make this money as footballers, whether they are from Nigeria, South America, Africa, South America, anywhere in the world, when they make the money, another external factor where they cause and they say, everybody around them, because they don't play ball, everybody around them, friends, family, in short, their friends will come increase. Go begin beg them school fees today, house rent tomorrow, this one, that one, medical bills. As they pay, so the money they drop, it will become a lifestyle. When they don't retire, they go see they spend money like that. People go say expect them to give, because if you not good, they say you wicked. Before you know, more they come out. For economics, they say when output is more than input, problem go there. There's an imbalance in stock. So at some point, your country broke. Now that one they cost them. We spend more money than we make. The reason why a lot of American sportsmen of this modern age, they feel they make money even when they don't broke, they say as they make the money, they learn how to diversify, because now there is a strong conversation in America, especially among the black community, of how to create wealth. Wealth creation, and that's something where they go learn for school. They teach person how to do them. But we here, we need to do them. Once you start to get money, spending is the greatest highway to poverty. My former chairman, Dr. Larry Zamoji, talk one word. He said the one way you keep for bank dey more important than the one wey you spend. That's one. If you read that book when he write that time, Scoring Life Goals, I think it's chapter 4 or chapter 5, he did extensively on this matter. The thing be say the greatest killer of wealth is lifestyle. Okay, say as I dey now, as I no get money, so I dey here dey drive my small 2k car, dey use this kind of phone. Maybe this work wey we dey do now, God come bless am. I come dey tell myself say my level don big, I'm not supposed to use this phone again. I'm supposed to use the phone wey the Sultan of Brunei dey use, wey be $100,000. Because after I get the money, let me go and buy it. I no fit leave my hand empty like this again. I must use Rolex of $250,000. I must drive Bugatti. I must drive Ferrari, because now wetin people like them Floyd Mayweather dey drive. Before you know, all those things will cut on shankpa. They'll come become rotten beans for my hand. I no go fit sell am. I no go fit drive am. I no go fit maintain am. Life does scatter be that. Instead of me to build my small house where I go stay with my family, I go say I want a 50-bedroom duplex. Wey be say once you build am, you need to hire maintaining staff. You need to hire cleaners. You need to hire a whole lot of things. Wey be say e go take care of that house. Now those things so now they lead to poverty. All of a sudden you want to drive 10 cars. Who need 10 cars to live their life? All those things now they lead to that bankruptcy wey you see in the life of sportsmen. Not be just African, but now global phenomenon. Some of those countries wey be say the thing that they happen now because say they get guidance and counselors and investors, people they advise them. Sports people know the hear word. That's one thing you should know. Majority of people wey dey do sports na illiterate. They know the hear word. If you see the ones wey dey hear word, now I give you a good example with Nigeria. Look at somebody like Jude Odio Igalo. If they hear word, or they listen to anybody, a small pikin. Let me use for this group we dey now. So one of the youngest person at Timothy Dembo. Timothy Dembo can send message to Odio Igalo, give him advice. He go take the advice. He not go insult you. Go try out with some Nigerian football. I don't want to mention name. Just try out with some footballer. Just say, I see this thing for your game. I say you're supposed to change them. The insult way you go take care. Now so just the life just stay be. So now lifestyle and reckless spending, and then too many families and extended family members and friends, and them they cause them. Make we move to the next person.
Better one. This is Kingsley, King Size, calling from Amukoko. I want to know what happened to those Premiership clubs, those bottom three, because if they decide to end the league by this time, will there be any soft landing for them so that they can be able to have a place where they will play within themselves so that they can have a soft landing instead of them being demoted to the Nation League or the Division 1. So I want to know, because the way this COVID-19 is going about, it's like the Premiership clubs are going to end the season. And if by so doing, what is going to happen to those bottom three? Are there going to be something for them so that we can be able to know that this is what they did in order to help those that are in that position? Thank you.
King Size, make I just go straight to the best way I go fit answer them. They never make any pronouncement or any announcement. So anything I answer now go dey wrong. Make we wait till they make announcement, till they take a decision, then we go fit analyze them. You don't fit analyze which pikin person go born when he never even marry and he never give get belle. So make we wait. Once they announce, say, okay, the league go end now, or this now what you want to do, maybe we fit take that decision. But for now, make we just wait.
Hello, Elegbete TV Radio. My name na Amba Pius, and I dey call from Ajah this morning. Elegbete, my question na dey related to a club for MPFL, wey they call MFMFC. Elegbete, recently we don dey see say the way the team take dey play these days, e dey show say, I mean, all is not well with the club, because the thing just I dey wonder say a club that wey we say in the first 10-15 games of the season they really do very well. They really do very well. I mean, they dey top half of the season. Now they just a goal above the relegation zone. The thing they really baffle me and other lovers of the club wey dey Lagos, because e no be the club wey be say we wan see wey go down relegation. Abeg, is there anything what things or different things wey MFM fit take do to take survive this relegation, because no be team wey, like I said earlier, no be team wey wan see good relegation. Abeg, thank you so much. You are doing a good job. Well done.
Hello, Pius Ihamba. Thank you very much for that. Football na game of team coming together to play in a cohesive way to achieve results. When they start the season, I remember how I talk, say this one where they don't lose Kamara and they don't lose a lot of their players. It go take time. So those of una will be the fans of MFM, I think una need to be patient with the team more, because it also take time for Kamara, that's Coach Fidelis Ilechukwu, to piece the team together and then start to win. Now for them to lose that coach and so lose some senior players, and now they just bring in new players, even though say they start the season well, inexperience go definitely tell him. Let's not forget, see, MFM in their time of success actually overachieved. MFN a new team, MFN not be the most experienced team, and when they change their management, they remove Godwin Akina, bring in other people, the people they bring in, so yes, they might be church member, but they not really understand what it takes to run football, especially in the unique Nigerian league environment. So some things go take some time for them to set in. These are people will be say that they learn on the job. Now this one I call full leg bearer will be learning. That they learn on the job. If they're smart, they go learn fast and get something. But if they're not smart, the club go relegate. Like what the club do right now. So now relegation, what are they swim with? So, but if they can, motivate the players, give them good money, incentivize them as they talk about, and then give them reason to play for the club. A few home runs here and there, and then maybe one away win or draw, if you just lift them up. Say Nigerian football, the distance between the person they bottom and the person they top not really far like that. It just be like parade ground, about turner, the person they front turn to person they back. But let's just hope say they go survive relegation. But the real problem is say the change in the chain of command too plenty at one particular time. Now they affect the club. They go learn from this one and get better in the subsequent season. We'll go to the next person.
Lekki TV radio. Now watching the talk. Current location. Now Lekki. What a wonderful sporting boring weekend because of coronavirus. Nevertheless, you have to move on. And I still pray that those people that are infected, God should take control and heal them completely. And God should help us to wipe us this corona so that we can have our life back. So, not really much to talk about. MPFL, almost the home team won their match, except when you won't draw like that. I think that's a good result for most of the home teams, and Plateau still remain on top of the league. And also good enough for our under 17 female team, Flamingos, defeating Guinea 5-1 in Lagos and qualify for the last stage facing Ghana female team. That one going to be a very tough match, as you know that Ghanaians are always our rivalry in everything, even to the extent that we compare ourselves with what they call it, dollar fries. And I hope we come out top against them. And lastly, I wanted to share more light on this Ronaldinho issue. For some days now, at least we heard that he was arrested in Paraguay using a fake passport. I don't know what life the guy is living. Honestly speaking, I don't know. I'll start to be corrected. Since that guy left Barcelona some years back, his life has not remained the same due to the lifestyle that he's living. He's like kind of jai person. Even the way he retired from football is not the way I think he should have retired, because at that time he still have some years to still be active in football, but due to his lifestyle, he couldn't really, move up to the expectation after he left Barcelona. Though he has won whatever a player we wish or we deserve to be won: World Cup, Champions League, Copa America, League, and so on. I think he missed out from the Olympic to Cameroon, but at least he has achieved as a player. But I was just thinking that even that time that he retired, he shouldn't have, because of the lifestyle. I want to share more light on this. Thank you very much. Do have a nice day.
All right, Oluwaseun, the issue on Ronaldinho, this is not how I go to answer him. At least I have the benefit of spending 5 weeks in Brazil. And I also don't study Brazilian players so well. I mean, if you know me well, you know that I'm a diehard fan of the Brazilian national team. And Brazilians are like Nigerians. Brazilians are the Nigerians in South America. Their life na jaye 247. 247 Brazilians are grooving. Make I give you some facts. Romario, when they play under Johan Cruyff for Barcelona, they get match to play. I think against Betis, I've been at Sevilla or Sociedad itself. Now he go meet the coach. I've been at Deportivo La Corona. He go meet the coach. Tell her, say, Coach, I want to make you excuse me, make I go Carnival for Brazil. The coach come tell her, say, no, I not feel let you go. He come say, okay, what I go do, we go make you allow me go. He say, okay, score a goal for me and I'll let you go. They play the match. 20 minutes into the game, Romario don't score 2 goals. Now I run come the touchline, tell the coach, say, Coach, substitute me. I want to go to Brazil. Coach say, but the game say they go inside. I don't score. I don't keep my promise. I don't even score 2 goals. And the coach say, why you in a hurry? Say, 1 hour from now, my flight leave. There's a private jet waiting for me and it's leaving 1 hour from now. That's one. Adriano, I mean, the story goes on of Adriano, Bebeto, what's it called? Ronaldo da Lima. This is a Brazilian team. They like life well. See Neymar. Neymar goes to Sao Paulo to celebrate the sister's birthday in the middle of season for March. You understand? Now, even this now they sign contract, they say they go allow and go party, they go allow and do this. Now, part of the way they live their life. Oyibo people put parable say a man is a product of his environment. So that environment, I they call them, as Bible talk, the deep call it unto the deep. They also talk, say you can take a man out of the ghetto, but you cannot take the ghetto out of him. So you can take a player out of Brazil, but unfortunately you can't take away Brazil from the player. So now those things, now they worry them. Ronaldinho case, this not be the first one. Now because say Ronaldinho is a super celebrated player, that be the first Brazilian will go through this. He never bother me again. I don't take him as the thing to expect with successful Brazilian footballers. The more success they make, the more likelihood that they will mess their life and mess their money and turn out to be this. Some they try, at least Ronaldo da Lima invested in Formula 1 cars, invested in other business. Ronaldinho no invest. He just, that's a trademark smile. Somebody was saying something in the USA. He to say just trademark that smile and use it to do advert for all this kind of toothpaste product. If we still make money, but then they surrounded by. Sometimes when people get rich, there are 2 things that happen. They want only people who say yes, Baba, you too much around them. Then they feel get people who tell them, say, Oga, your mad is smell, Oga, this way you do so no good. Then they like them. They want to be boss and not be leaders. Leaders surround themselves with other people who would help them argue decisions. But bosses surround themselves with yes men. There are plenty for Nigeria. There are plenty. People will always hate them. So now that kind of thing that happened to Ronaldinho. There's nothing we can do about it. My mother go say, the need drive small pikin may not get big teeth, but shall make it get more lip to take cover up. If not, I say it get hurried. So we could move to the next person.
Hello, Elegbete TV radio. God bless Elegbete TV crew, the man himself. My name is Matthias Jacob. Current location is G Shaga, Ifakoja, local government, Lagos State. This morning, I want to talk about the NPFL. We could see that after the death of Chineme Martins, may so rest in peace. Now, the NPFL team now, they are now trying to put the good equipment, what they need, what required before they play match in place. We see the ambulance and how the match commissioner have been checking it. Now, the question I want to ask is this. Must we wait till something bad happen to our player in our league before we do what is right? Because I believe that this is what everybody know what is right. All the team know what they need to do. Even the LMC, they know what to do. The NFF, they know what they're supposed to put in place. All the match commissioner, what are they checking before the league, before the game started? If Chineme Martins has not died, so they will not do all these things. May God help us in this country. And another thing, I want to talk about our ex Super Eagle, even our current player in the Super Eagle. how many of them even have investment that we know of? And how many of them have plan that at the end of their playing career, they will, if they now have, they will now encounter one or two problem, now they will now be begging people to helping them. Now I see John Ogura have started his own. What advice can you give to them as a senior man, as a man that have played in this league before, played the football before, played the Leran Legal game? What advice can you give to all these our players, even our MPFL here, player here, what they can do so that at the end of the day, when they retire from playing football, they will not become a beggar? Thanks and God bless Elegbete TV Radio.
Matthias Jacob, we honestly cannot give advice to these players. They see, they're not the blind. They're not the tell blind man, see pepper, not the food. If you test them, you go know. Okay? So they see. But the only thing why they always talk, the few ones why they follow the chart and the ones why they talk to, I always say them, let your spending be lesser than your earnings. Save more than you spend. Me too, I not get money, so what does a poor man have to give a wise man in terms of advice? But there's this thing I always tell people. I was fired from where I had to work in 2017. Since that time to today, I never get any job. I never go beg person money. I never go beg person anything for food. I still pay my children's school fees well. I still pay my house rent well. I even set up this studio. We still grew. Even though this studio never even started to earn money, I still pay worker salary. I still run the business to go. There are a few footballers, Patrick Ovid, retired Patrick Ovid. There are a few ones who are wise. Julius Efosa Agawa. Sometimes economic situation, right now the economic situation in Nigeria is very terrible that even the person will save well. You say $1 now 420 something naira. So it hard. So that said, it's very difficult. Now coming back to the league, let me tell you, that's the way you see, so you complain about. It happens all over the world. If the Hillsborough 96 no happen, say those people no die for that Liverpool match, therefore no come out barricade for stadium. If for still day. If 9/11 bomb blast not happen for 2001, airport security for no tight. It is just a human thing. Problems bring out the best out of us. You see this coronavirus now. When it go finish, it go help us to improve better. So, not be Nigerian thing, not be peculiar thing. The thing is, they don't already put law to take off these things before. Now, people not just the function. My only prayer now be say, maybe this will not just be share with eye service, what they go do for maybe a few months, then we'll come forget. Because we, as the average black man, share a couple of years ago, they thought say, we could recycle things. We can't do it sometimes. Some people, you see them. Now we see they do them again. They say, make we throw things for motor moving vehicle, more than throw things for moving vehicle. We do them for some time under Fashola government. Now we do them again. We don't change. They say, make we the crossroad. If we see overhead bridge, make we use overhead bridge. We do them for some time. We stop. It's the human thing. We have this mumu behavior of nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. We nonchalant attitude until something will happen. We begin run eta scatter. Explosion will happen for first tax side. I ask one question: where that kind of sensitive pipeline pass? Why they allow people build house put? People they say, are they insensitive for asking that kind of question? Well, I withdraw my question. I not ask the question, but this is who we are now. So we do our things. So make I move to the next person. I beg, go Jerry.
Hello, Elegbete TV. This is Pedro from Unilag. My question is not too much. I just want to know, like, as it stands now, some people are saying they should declare the league in England void. So West Ham has come out to say something like that. And we have some other teams, different opinion. I just want to ask, can you just please compare between these 4 leagues, the German Bundesliga, La Liga, Italian Serie A, and EPL? Which one is very, very easy to, or is easiest to decide now as it stands? You know, if they declare England null and void, that's a problem for Liverpool because they are leading with 20-something points and they just need just 6 points. In Italian Serie A, it's very close. It's neither here nor there. The same thing in La Liga and in German Bundesliga too. So which one do you think, or which of the fans will feel it the most if that's what happened eventually, if that's what eventually happened at the end of the day? Just please just compare, because people have been saying a whole lot of things. So I've been thinking it in my head, like which of these people will feel it most. Thank you, Elegbete, for the great job you are doing. Thank you so much.
Pedro for Unilag. The way una they look the conversation, is not good. Una they assume say now only the team wey dey on top na it matter. you dey forget say like I talk earlier on, Sheffield United wey dey for 6th position with 1 game in hand and 1 point behind Manchester United. How you wan do them? So if they go declare the league null and void, make they declare am null and void, nobody win, nobody come first, second, third. Make they take the top 4 of last season, make they qualify for Champions League again next season. That is if they go declare am null and void. Make they not relegate anybody, make they not promote anybody. Everybody start afresh again like say 1999. Well, they always, when I grow up, they always say leap year they get as they be. That one extra day we did the year, so it come with a lot. So let me just take and say, finally, I have found the leap year that really show us that it go slap our lip. So what could do with that? In not get any league where it not go feel am. All of the league go feel am terribly. All of the fans go feel am terribly. RB Leipzig go argue with you, say if they play the league to the end of the season, they go win am because they don't find their form again. Inter Milan go tell you, say given the time, they go be able to win the league again in what's it called, in Italy. The same way Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, all those ones go argue to say they'll win the league. So everywhere, even in England, Man City can confidently tell you, say, look, this Liverpool self, they are not good. They are losing on the way to Atletico Madrid, lose to different people. So they on their downward spiral now. They cannot win the league titles. But there is also the relegation people. There is also the people in the top 6, top 7, top 8. So all those ones, they're important in the matter. So nobody will be say he go they better for. May they just declare I'm null and void. No winner, no loser. And so it will be. Might go to our final contributor on the show today.
It's your boy Isaac. Presently at Isolo Industrial Estate. My question this morning to Elegbete is about Barcelona. They are looking to sign a midfield. I think older midfielder. Let me put it that way. That is strong, agile, and a player in the rank of their former player Yaya Toure and the Malian Seydou Keita. I want to know, do you have any suggestion or a player Barca might be looking at in that aspect? Because I'm a registered Barcelona fan online, and I've suggested Indy de Wilfred for them. Indy de Wilfred. So I don't know. I would like to hear from you. Good work you are doing, Elegbete TV Radio. We love you.
Isaac Akomolafe, Barcelona, I look for defensive midfielder in the mode of Yaya Toure or Seydou Keita, because Sergio Busquets will soon go, and Frankie de Jong not get positional discipline. I've always said that in the players who play for Ajax, they hardly fit into other teams because of the way the Ajax system is molded. They need each other to perform. But when you move to other club, they need you to bring that performance to the team. Now, I make I worry a bit for Chelsea for this Ziyech. But simple suggestion, the most perfect fit for FC Barcelona right now. Somebody will say he go shield the defense very well and not gonna need to go forward too much. Go dey positional discipline. The best man for that job right now. And not really they commit foul too much. He also can improve his ability to play the ball. Is Wilfred Ndidi. Whether he go turn out to be like Alexander Song, where they buy from Arsenal, can't go there and not fit deliver, I don't know. But I think that he go fit play for this team, and then he don't really need to do a lot of passing. People in front of him go do all the passing. So the best bet for Barcelona is to sign Wilfred Ndidi. If they sign Wilfred Ndidi, go Barcelona, he go be the perfect replacement or the perfect buy for them, because he know how to break play and he also know how to pass within short spaces. He no get long range of pass. Barcelona no need a defensive midfielder to do long range passing. They need even the pass long ball. That's the perfect person we say they need. And yeah, I go take match break on the Talking Point Show. Thank you to my producer, my man, the man we sabi. We want to go from back of the camera to front of the camera. My people, we gonna vote for him. If I want to make it stay front of the camera, gonna vote. The video he did for my handle at Elegbete 1. He also did for at Elegbete TV Radio. Make on also follow McDonald_001. Una go see at McDonald_001. Una go see the video there. Una just drop comment, not be just to view or like. Drop comment whether make it stay or make the teller make it off. And that one I will want. So I remain the Elevator One of Sports, Daffy, Matthew, Esogene. Thank you very much for liking, subscribing, sharing, and everything one they do to push this show forward. Our latest subscriber, Faithfulness. Thank you for your faithfulness in joining us and joining the hub as well. May God bless all of us as well as bless our producer, McDonald Chukwemeka Oparasha. That's why I tell Wakali area. Hello.